going on? Welcome to Home Time. When I left this morning, it was sunny. I'm in flip-flops, a white shirt, no coat, and I'm going to be soaked by the time I get to the car. But I've had such a lovely afternoon at Stacey's place. I went to hang out with her and the baby and give her older boys a cooking lesson. And it was just so nice hanging out and seeing Joe as well, because I haven't seen Joe properly since the baby. So, yeah, really lovely afternoon. That baby is so edible, I can't tell you. And Stacey's other two boys have probably got to be the politest, sweetest boys ever. So, he's Mark. Oh, that's nice. He's picking me up. See that over there?
I'm very confident.
That is, yeah. I don't know who he's trying to be. Who are you trying? Where have you got your inspiration for your outfit? Jump up, show everyone.
Totally unintentional. Oh, it was totally unintentional. But Kiki said I look like one of those characters from Star Wars. I do. I look like I'm in the...
In the Navy. Well, you can join us. 17. Oh, Mark! It's so annoying. It's funny because, you know, I went to Stacey's this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
Oh, I had such a lovely day.
Oh. Baby?
Stacey's children are home educated like ours, so I said to Stacey, I'll come over and do a cookery lesson.
So basically she never ever stops feeling responsible, ever.
So we...
like us. No, I'm saying, it's
Stacey,
hugely stressful, and then they're throwing a new baby. Bloody hell, that's hard.
Oh my God, I've got an itchy nose. No, it's lovely, actually. The baby is so gorgeous. We can put a photo in here of his foot. It's the same length as my thumb.
Don't you think babies' fingers look like little prawns? They look like baby
What's your favourite bit of babies' subs?
I like their noses.
I like their necks.
I like their noses. I like that bit of the lip, the cleft of the lip. I like the nose. I like...
His little chin. I just kept running my finger along his little chin. And he does this loads, where he goes like that and just looks up at you. Oh my God, he was so
just
adorable.
like Joe.
And he's so good. He's so good.
How can he be good?
Because he's just sweet. He doesn't cry. He just sleeps and
he doesn't
eats.
know he's good. He can only be good if you know you're being
Don't
good.
be difficult, babe.
No, I know, but that's cute.
Those lovely roses.
They're wild roses in the garden.
Gorgeous.
We've got wild roses. So how are they coping as new parents? Is it tough?
Well,
do you want me to hold that? 'Cause I know you're not going to be able to hold that. No, it's fine. Joe is
full on clearing up, getting bottles, hoovering, very sweet.
Good man.
In and out with the other kids, and
good.
Yeah, no, it was just a really nice vibe. You know, obviously, Stacey's in that. God, do you remember what those first few weeks are like, guys?
God, yeah, I remember
especially when you're
breastfeeding. Yeah, breastfeeding. We had to. There was a point, no exaggeration, when Nadia was in such agony, where we would have to stamp on her foot, throw a brandy...
No, you'd have to stick your fingernails as hard as they could in my foot.
Let me finish. Stamp on your foot, throw a gin or a brandy down your throat, and then you try and latch on.
Don't tell people that.
Why not?
I used to cry, my nipples were just like torn and bleeding, and oh my God, the night used to come as the sun would start going down, and I would just have this horrendous feeling of dread. Like, oh my God, I've got all night, and they're hungry, and
they're furtive,
and you're literally going,
They're nuzzling.
oh my God, I've got to put it on, and it hurts so much. I had such a difficult time with breastfeeding. It was so.
You did.
And then I had this terrible feeling of failure, you know, because you do.
I remember, yeah, terrible.
Stacey and I were talking about how, you know, we're obviously, I mean, we're loose women. We talk all the time about what we are sold by the media and, well, by everybody, really.
Idyll.
Instagram, yeah, the idyll of big bouncing baby, everything's lovely, everything's fine, and I shall just clasp it to my breast and I shall nourish my... And then you get blindsided. I mean, I just was there on everything, because you hear people say, don't get too weighed down with what kind of birth you want, you know, because then if it doesn't happen, you're going to get, yeah, I know that. Classic. Wanted a water birth. The water birth didn't happen. Felt a total failure. Every single thing that didn't go the way that I had planned it to go ended up being my sense of failure. And I even because I was an older mum, 38 years old, and I really am shocked when I look back on it that I fell for all of that.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
We were quite naive. Even though I'd been through it, I'd been through it kind of twice before, once intimately and once not so intimately. with the birth of my older kids. Yeah, I mean, I think women have a feeling that they want to sign up to, and I think it's a rites of passage, and I think every woman should feel it. You want to sign up to the sort of not what the trend is, but you want to go through what others have gone through, don't you? You want to do it right. I do think there's the pressure that society puts on you, but I also think there's a desire to have the picture postcard pregnancy, and that's all right. That's all right to want that, but yeah, if you don't, I think then that's where a lot of depression and inordinate pressure comes in. Yeah. But I was out for lunch. I went to a cafe today, and there were about 5 women all in there, all breastfeeding, and I was reminded, wasn't there a big fuss made in recent years about women breastfeeding in public?
Well, there's always a story that comes up somewhere. But it's the thing where it's getting the right balance, isn't it? Because if it's not working out and you're tired and well then sod it, just stop. Because I stopped much earlier with Maddie, didn't I? And with Kiki, I went on longer. And, and if you want to do it, then women should have the support to try and do it. And I think on both sides, sometimes I think women have failed. I really do think that.
Do you think all women go through a little bit of depression after having a baby?
Yeah, everybody does. The 3-day baby blues, because the hormones suddenly just crash out.
That's right. That's what the baby blues means, isn't it? Yeah.
Then you have it again when you stop breastfeed. There's loads of points of it because your
hormonal cliff edges. Yeah. Hormonal cliff edges.
But what's your favourite part of a baby?
My favourite part is that bit.
Fingernails. I love looking at fingernails.
I love the downy hair on their ears. I love their feet. I love their heels.
And
I love their heels.
Rex was doing this. Stacey's Rex. He was doing this. When you're holding somebody else, and he was looking, and he was going for my hand. It was so...
I tell you what I really liked about Maddie and Kiki when they were born was you could see when they do certain moves with their hands and elbows. That's what we felt in your stomach.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Stacey.
So weird.
When you see that and you think, oh God, I know that move.
Yeah.
I know that move.
So sweet. So sweet.
Oh, it was a really blissful afternoon. And there's something about, there's a real privilege to holding such a new baby and just looking at them.
How new is it now? Is it 2 weeks old?
What is he now? Oh no, he's more than 2 weeks.
3 weeks old?
I think 3 or 4 weeks.
So cool, isn't it? Isn't it magical? It
is magical because you're mindful, because you're just looking at them and you're not thinking about anything else.
What do they call it? Baby TV?
Yeah.
Baby TV. God, I'm getting a bit groody.
Oh, yeah.
You're making me groody. I've never
That's my new word. Broody to be
I don't feel old enough to be a granddad, but apparently Jim Carrey became a granddad when he was 43.
Well, yeah, but the trouble is if you're a young granddad, it means your child has had a baby young.
It also means you've had a child young. I feel a bit groody. I want to hold a baby now.
You can't.
When can I hold a baby?
You can't hold a baby.
I want to hold a baby.
Well, we'll invite Stacey and Joe over for lunch.
I want to hold a baby. I want to tickle its feet. I want to tickle its feet and put a little kind of strange elf hat on it. And then sit it at the table like an elf.
And the health visitor came and I even got to take off his clothes and help the health visitor weigh him and measure him.
Did you change its nappy?
No, but Joe did, and it was a very stupendously marvellous...
Meconium still, or...?
Mark, are we really going into the child's poo?
You're
trying to show off that he knows this stuff.
I liked changing nappies. I used to enjoy the responsibility of plucking those 2 heels together, lifting them up, boom, 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 slam the old nappy on. What?
You didn't do a lot of nappies.
I did an awful lot. What do you mean? Everyone would comment on how many nappies I did. I was the nappy king. I nappied the hell out of all my kids. Izzy, Fleur, Kiki and Maddie, I would always do nappies. In fact, you used to say to me, you're the only dad I know who would take them into the toilets when we were out, and I'd do them in toilets all the time when we didn't want to.
Do you remember when we used to be really lazy and they'd be walking around and be hanging down by their knees?
That was when you were lazy. I was never lazy. What, when it went to crystallised urine?
Mark, don't keep that.
Everyone's done it.
Why'd you have to say these?
Everyone's done it. Everyone's been there. I wore
that weird sound you can hear is toffee crunching on a bone.
I wore crystallised nappy only the other week, but that's an entirely different story.
So Kiki and I were in the park having a very lovely time. God, look what I was wearing, a woolen coat, a fur coat, because when I went out it was cold. Now we're bloody boiling. Anyway, we get an emergency phone call from Mark saying...
Because I want to be a snowman. snowman?
No, do you want to be a snowman?
Do you want to
No,
be
do you
a
want to
snowman?
build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah, so basically,
what the words are after
this is the other side of us. If you only watch our vlogs, you won't know that a big part of our YouTube channel is reacting to trailers and reviewing movies and reviewing TV shows. So Mark has this obsession that he wants to be the first one because we get in competition with other people that review. So we're now racing home so that we can be the first ones to get our reaction up about the new Frozen trailer, which will be massive.
I mean,
it
Frozen,
will be massive.
let's just for a moment, let's get nostalgic. Frozen was a massive part of our family life.
Oh my God, everybody.
Me and Maddie used to watch it on repeat every day.
You did?
Except every day, and poor Kiki was literally like forced to be Maddie's audience, and she would have to sit and listen to Maddie scream out those tunes for hours and hours and hours. But I don't know a single person with a daughter that was around that age when it came out that doesn't say the same. It was a phenomenon.
I have to also say, Kiki doesn't like to sing in public, but she has a very good singing voice. But I think it came from all of those sessions where Maddie forced her to be a member of the cast.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was just, they would watch it obsessively and perform it with such meaning and
But to the point now where they feel a bit sick in their mouth whenever they hear it because they've been
I hate
overdone.
the film now.
So Frozen
She hates
2
the film now, but Frozen 2 looks like it's going to be good.
does look fun.
And the thing is, it's one of those that everybody will be watching this trailer. So everybody, other actors, everybody will be watching it because it was an event.
A cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, well, it really was.
You know, the only way, I mean, I have to give it, I know Disney get a lot of stick. I don't know why.
I don't know
why. All they want to do is entertain us.
Yeah.
And they make money doing it. So what?
So what?
But when they do something well, they do it well.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm interested in. So
And I'm really excited about it. Can you leave your comments below what your memories were of Frozen when it was out? What your kids were like? I mean, Maddie and Kiki used to dress up as the characters. They had the dolls. We lived, breathed, and ate Frozen.
Do you remember there's that footage at Kay and Ian's of Kiki singing it in the background and falling onto the sofa?
No.
With Bonnie.
No.
It's on one of the iPads. I think it's on one of our old iPads. There's footage, and Kiki is just running around.
On Bonnie's laptop.
Bonnie's laptop. Okay, and Kiki's just singing it so intently, and
I'd
Maddie
love to
is
see
in
that.
a reverie of you just can't get to her.
So we are now going to set up. Maddie's at the theatre. Kiki's having her dinner upstairs while talking to her friends online. So we are going to do what, Mark?
Confessions of a Modern Parent podcast.
Yeah, we do a podcast. I don't know whether you've seen it. It's on our playlist. Confessions of a Modern Parent. So how many have we done so far, Mark? 5. Yeah, we've done it on whether you should tell your kids what to wear. We've done it on drugs, censorship, movie censorship, online porn. So we thought, we're actually really surprised. We were wondering what we could do on this time. We didn't realise that we haven't actually done the massive question for so many parents is, how do you control your teenagers drinking? And should you control it? And what the hell do you do? I don't know if I've got the answers. I don't know if Mark's got any answers, but we're going to set up our cameras and we're going to see what we come up with. So it'll be posted by now. Oh, so we're just setting up, and I have got the worst craving for chocolate because we made profiterole rolls at Stacey's today. Mark, a massive pile of profiterole rolls. And the boys didn't like them, and Joe didn't want any, and so there was a massive pile of them, and I could just eat them now. I don't think he likes them. No. And now, you know when you haven't had something and your mind keeps going, there's profiteroles and you didn't have them. Can you keep smelling that exhaust coming through?
It's not, it will just be waves of gas from the chainsaw.
Terrible. And the chainsaw on today, that whole house smells better. But apparently, Dina just texted me, I've just seen it come up there. Isn't that funny, just we were saying that?
The dog eating the bone. Can you hear that?
Lidl have a load of houseplants on sale that eat up fumes. So can we go and buy a load?
Are they NASA sanctioned? They have
But
to be
what are the
NASA
NASA
sanctioned. Well, it's like your mum said, it can't be any old plant.
No, it's got to be their specifics.
So we don't want house plants lying around dying, because let's face it, we don't feed our dogs properly. Who's going to be responsible for watering the plants?
Yes, we do. Don't say that. We
No,
feed our
but
dogs
no one
a bloody
waters the
prime.
garden. Who's going to water the bloody plants?
They get a prime organic.
I remember.
raw mix. Excuse me, I will not have that.
Let me share with you a very funny story about watering plants in a house. When I was a student and I was temping, I was a receptionist. A little bit like, not as good looking as Chris Hemsworth in Ghostbusters, the remake. But I was a receptionist in this charity. And part of my responsibilities each morning was to go around the office and water all the plants. Mm-hmm. So I went into the CEO's office to water all of his plants. I'm thinking, yeah, no, God, they're taking an awful lot of water, all of these plants. And I was pouring the water into the top, into the soily bit. I was just a guy, I didn't know about plants. I was a boy. Anyway, so then everyone comes into the office, I'm on reception, and suddenly I hear squealing from the CEO's office. This entire office is flooded. Because, of course, I've poured, because I didn't see the water coming out the bottom of the thing into the tray. I just kept pouring and pouring and pouring, and basically his entire desk and all his paperwork was... I felt absolutely awful. I felt such a twat.
What a twat.
That's why you don't put an overqualified individual on reception.
I need to get another sweetener. I need sugar.
Can you get me some, because you never put enough in?
I put 5 in.
It's not enough.
5.
So here's the thing. It's going nuts in Hong Kong, isn't it?
Don't, because my nephew is there.
Yeah,
I'm so
Finley's
worried about
there.
him. Is this going to look odd because we're sitting in either side?
Very, very strange, and I don't know how it's
Shall
going to
I
work.
lift up my camera and show? The reason we're seeing anything like this
isn't a
is because
vlog.
we're in our position ready for our podcast, to film
Glamour,
our
isn't it?
podcast.
Show them the glamour of it. Look at the glamour, look.
State of the house,
Tea
look.
bags in there, look. Tennis rackets. None of us
A
play
random tennis
None of us
racket.
play tennis.
None of us
Hang on. A mini easel.
Hair curl reviver.
Hair curl reviver. Oh look, I need some of those. Ibuprofen. Oh, it's just diabolical. Bananas that no one's going to eat, because no one ever eats the bananas we buy.
We do actually. You'd be surprised because I slice them up and they go in the girls' smoothies every morning.
Bananas are a source of radiation, the girls and I learned in our home.
Right, okay, before we depress ourselves anymore, right, we're going to say goodbye from home time now because we're going into filming our podcast.
It's that time of night again, guys.
Oh,
9 o'clock every night. It's game over. You either have to beat them or join them. Sometimes I join them, more often than not. I just beat them to within an inch of their lives. Anyway, thing is, I always like to remain a little bit superior, like I don't want to watch it. And then I always end up sitting on the sofa. And then I always end up watching it. There's Anna! There's Anna!
Someone like Molly isn't
gone.
good enough for me to choose over someone like you. I mean, as much as
I'm now going to...
she's good from night
I start cycle 2 tomorrow of the Joe Wicks programme. So I'm now going to watch what I have to do, because what I'm going to be starting to do this from tomorrow involves weights and dumbbells. So I've got 6 kilogram weights and I've got 8 kilogram weights. And I just try to pick them up. He does 6 and 9 kilograms. I just try to pick up the 8 kilogram. They're bloody impossible. Hang on. How's Anna? 6.
I agree with what you're saying, but I just want you just a moment today.
it's 11 o'clock at night.
You should be in bed.
I know.
Yeah, but you're saying watch your bloodlines.
Yeah, just fuck it. I just want to be a kid. I don't want to be a grown-up.
You want to be a kid. What are you ordering online there?
I'm just ordering this stuff because it's Nanny Di's birthday, isn't it, this weekend?
It's her birthday on Friday and it's Father's Day on Sunday, so I'm hoping that this weekend's vlog is going to be full of excitement, happiness and fun.
So I'm just ordering the stuff to make her dinner.
Gosh.
To make her a nice
Yay, that's nice.
Duck's her favourite.
Duck is her favourite. She's a funny little creature, Nanny Di. We haven't seen Nanny Di for 2 weeks. We haven't seen Nanny Di since we were a family in Spain. Yeah. And bless her, she's going through her own little... torrid little time. So we're going to make a fuss of her. I'm looking forward to that. I am supremely knackered. And we're going to watch this. Probably won't get to the end of it without one of us falling asleep. I am so hungry and I'm really nervous about doing cycle 2 tomorrow because I've got to lift those weights over there. So yeah.
Night subs.
So night subs. That was a bit boring, but there we go. Guess what, guys? I did my first Cycle 2 workout.
Oh, what was it like?
Oh my bejesus, good God almighty. I am aching in all the micro places.
Are you?
He was doing 9 kilogram weights. I was only doing 8 kilogram weights.
The whole point of his thing was you never did any weights.
No, the whole second cycle. You do weight bearing weights, and you also did, so I did 20 minutes of weights or 15 minutes of weights, and then I did star jump, squat thrust. I mean, it was an absolute brutal bastard killing machine. But I just know, but you know why I feel good? Because at the end of it, I just know I'm going to get one of those little things pop up in the inbox on Instagram, and it's going to be him topless in his bathroom saying, "You're a winner. You're a lean kangaroo winner."
Talking about me again.
We are. Stephen came up with a really good idea, Subs, for how I could lose weight quickly. And what was it, Stephen?
Put bin bags on your legs and on your body after you've got your tracksuit on.
And go for a run. He said it absolutely works. Yeah, you're gonna sweat it out though. You said you lost 2 stone, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 stone in an hour. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You'd probably pass out.
Well, I knew you did after all.
Nadia seems to have done a runner.
No, I'm just checking.
Oh. But the great thing.
I'm on a bit of a plan at the moment too.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, I'm going to the Himalayas. So
You'd never have
I've got to lose a stone, and I've been doing workouts every day as well.
She has.
Yeah, so
Every now and then
I'm on a bit of a journey myself.
As much as you can other people in the house can hear me making strange grunting sounds, we can also hear Nadia making strange...
any grunting
You
sounds.
do? No, you don't make grunting sounds, but do you know what sounds you do make?
What?
Sort of really strange, like creaking sounds. Like your knees are going to snap. And there was a moment in the workout I did today where my knees started to pop, and thank God, dear Joe said, that's just your knees popping. It was like,
Really?
It was like he was in the room with me. It was strange.
Wow.
You wish he was.
I so wish he was. Boris Johnson has won with a resounding victory, the Tory leadership.
We were talking today about, because there was a lot of fairly sort of sexy stuff going on about how his girlfriend has changed him. As Kay said, I'm sure that's amazing for his wife that was with him for 25 years and brought up all his children, because now he's got a new haircut. He's gone vegan.
Boris?
Yeah, yeah. So Boris, I mean, the thing is,
why do we
his
call
wife that he was with for 25 years, he cheated with her.
She's smashing her chicken again.
He's cheated multiple times, hasn't he? But now he's got a 25-year-old girlfriend. But apparently she's a spin doctor. That's her job. So she is changing his image so that we can forget all the... Why don't you keep it in the shop? Because I've got to cook it. See, what we say in TV and film, if you can see it, you can make the noise. Yeah, so we were just talking about that. Can you ever really change a partner? And I was saying, I just think it's a really sexist way to look at it. I think that what you want in a partnership is to have influence, don't you? It's like whether you've got friends, whatever, you want people to bring something to the party. So I would say I've really changed, evolved, grown through our relationship, as have you.
How have I changed you?
God, loads of ways. Maybe much more
Contemplative?
politically aware. No, not contemplative.
More sort of apologetic?
No.
No.
More
Humble?
No. More interested in art and
Right.
all sorts of things. You've been very good for me.
Yeah. I've probably slowed your drinking down just like I slowed mine down. Do you
Yeah,
think that
exactly.
was
Because I would have
major
been a
improvement?
roaring.
Well, you were
alcoholic.
heading towards a vodka bottle-shaped coffin, as we all know.
I was. Yeah,
But yeah,
so that was our,
can I ask the question though, why do we all refer to, and the chap who's the editor of The Mirror, who you've worked with, is very nice, he was saying this on the Sky News last night, why do we refer to Boris Johnson in just his first name, but no one else? It's not like we talk about Theresa,
I know.
is it? Or John with John Major, or even Margaret with Thatcher. Why do we refer to Boris? This is like, I tell you what it feels like. It feels like we are all willingly saying to Boris Johnson, we will be the serfs and peasants that will doff our caps as he walks ahead of us along this. But that's what it feels like. It feels like we're blindly allowing the privileged and rich to take us on this journey.
I just think it's totally incredible that we can have this situation where we're going to have yet again a Prime Minister that we've had no bloody say in whatsoever, while all the Tory cronies just get together and stitch it all up. I love it every time they play a film of him saying, it's more likely that they will find Elvis Presley on the moon than I shall be Prime Minister.
Why do you think we call Boris Johnson by his first name, Stephen? You notice that? We only call him Boris.
Well, he looks like a Boris.
The oracle has spoken.
Well, I think all the government are just a bunch of people backstabbing.
Yeah.
And they're just doing it for votes.
Totally. Totally.
Don't trust any of them.
I think you've bashed your chicken. Is that called tenderising?
No. Just
I think you're right. I think you're right. But it does seem strange that a lot of these people are all incredibly rich and nothing that they're deciding is going to affect them at all.
No,
Is it?
Right.
So it's only going to affect everyone else in the country. But we're all quite happy to say to them, yeah, go on, go and do it. It's bizarre.
And they've been like it
Ever
since
since.
I've been alive.
Yeah, ever since they were lopping heads off at the Tower of London. So there's her tenderised chicken.
No, I'm not tenderising it.
What you?
Make sure it's dead.
Oh, you. You're murdering
I'm
it.
making sure it's dead.
Tell you what,
That's it.
comic genius. Comic timing is remarkable. Almost as good as Joe Brand. Don't mention Joe Brand, not today. She's in trouble with Nigel Farage. It's all kicking off, isn't it?
He's trying to say she's incited hate.
He tried to-
I'll tell you who we did have on today, and she is the most extraordinary woman. Kim Ledbetter, Joe Cox's sister.
Oh, yes.
So interestingly, with all that's happened...
For those who don't know, Joe Cox is the MP who was sadly murdered.
Brutally murdered. So we had her on, and we had Frank Skinner.
Oh, how was
can you
Frankie
believe
boy?
that
I've interviewed
what
Frank.
are the chances of that the day after? There's been all this fracas with
How was
Joe
Frank?
He's lovely.
He was I found him really engaging when I interviewed him,
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. You know, he's a devout Catholic.
and he's fully in
And
recovery.
he's been asking his wife for 20 years to marry him, and she won't.
Oh, why? Because he's
And
a
it's really
pisshead.
important. It's really important to him because he's a Catholic. I think he said she had a bad experience with her parents' marriage. But listen to this. You know, he's a mad West Bromwich fan.
Yes.
Well, his son, who's 7, Buzz, he had him when he was 55. Is a Tottenham fan.
I'm a Tottenham fan.
And I said, God, because I keep trying to talk him into it. I said, are you going to never give up sort of the fight to sway him over to your side? He goes, it's a very hard one to sell to a 7-year-old, drive 250 miles to watch a team that is shit.
Ask Adrian Chiles. He's also a West Brom fan.
He goes, oh, he does everything I do. He goes, he was only Catholic after he met me.
Who?
Adrian Charles.
Yeah, but they like to rib each other, don't they?
Right.
Are you off, sir?
I'll now go and see your dad. And then I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morrow. Thanks, Stephen.
I will do.
You making?
Kids are having burgers. You're having Joe Wick's.
Burger.
Well, I haven't actually. The Joe Wick's one is a turkey mince burger, but I've just done you a Cajun chicken burger. Same calories. And I am having black beans, peppers.
We got lucky.
Nah.
There's Kit Kats in a drawer over here.
Yeah, they're not for anyone. They're for Stephen. Time for bread. Kit Kat.
Every
Time for
time.
bread.
Every time I walk past this drawer, I see these.
What?
And there's an empty one of those. That's like the tuck drawer. That was like the naughty drawer. That's where I'd go of a night. So hard.
I suppose you just have to think now, is it just feels so nice being slim, isn't it?
I tell you what's changed. Look at the colour of this. My bags are coming back because I'm not sleeping well again back in London. Look at the whites of my eyes.
Very white.
Look how white they are. They were like jelly yellow stuff for a while. It made me worry.
I wonder why what in the plan is making you...
Water everywhere.
Well, that, I mean, how long have I been saying?
No, I know. I haven't even looked in the garden because it's been raining. I haven't had to water the garden. Part of me is almost too scared to go out there and look at what's going on. What the hell happened there?
Oh, that's so annoying.
Oh, Chi-Chi.
No,
Chi-Chi. It's like my t-shirt, look, Venice Beach. Under there is a lithe Adonis, just waiting to be chiselled and found in another 32 years when I'm a skeleton. Dead. No, I can't face it. I can't face the garden. Can't do it. Can't. Just because weeds have grown and you've got to do loads of work just to stand still.
Yeah.
Maddie, it's not fun being a gardener.
It's not fun being a grown-up.
It's not fun being a grown-up. You've got garden worries, you've got worries, you've got mummy worries, you've even sometimes got cucumber worries.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. I worry about a cucumber all the time. But what is it tomorrow?
Nanny Di's birthday.
And guess how old she's going to be?
742.
69, which means next year's the big 70. 70.
What are we going to do for a 70?
Well, we were talking about driving across America. 60 bloody 9. I can't believe it. She's still that strange little 20-something woman who was standing in the hall trying to work out where her money had gone from her purse. Because her son had nicked her the money from her purse to go and buy Panini football stickers. See, Nadia would have...
How much did you nick?
I would nick pound notes, which back in the day were quite something. Pound notes, yeah. They were green. Oh, they were green and they were small. They were so attractive. And my mum never had many, but when she had them in her purse, I would just brazenly just take them out.
Oh, they're mine.
They're mine. They're football stickers. Monies. Football stickers. Stickers for football stickers.
Did she know you were...
Hey?
In her heart of hearts, did she know you were stealing them?
She was so off her tits, she didn't know
turn a
what the
blind eye?
hell was going on.
Did she turn a blind eye?
I think I already knew at a young age that I could eke out a living around her excesses.
Yeah.
But the problem with that was...
Well, that's often the case, isn't it, with parents that are like...
Yeah, you sort of...
with their...
I kind of survived at the margins, Maddie. I'd have been the kind of kid that, if I was that way inclined, would have found cigarette butts and combined them all together to smoke them. But what I did do was, I used to go and have... I'd always know when she'd bought jam tarts, Mr. Kipling's jam tarts, and I'd go to... We had 2 bread bins in a cupboard next to the oven. And I'd go down there, all full of excitement, right? Yeah. But generally, and I'm sorry I'm going to have to share this, Bum, most of my mum's friends were stoned. And whenever I went to get the jam tarts, they'd eaten them all because they'd had the munchies. But even in their munchy state, they never ate the yellow ones.
Mark,
I never wanted the yellow ones.
you're allowed reduced fat sour cream
Oh,
in
how
your burger. Do
exciting!
you want it or do you want to do without it?
I'm allowed what?
Reduced fat soured cream, not mayonnaise. Obviously, 'cause
Nothing
mayonnaise
about that
is so
sound. Nothing about that
fattening.
sounds good. Reduced fat
Well, no, you
sour
won't
cream.
really notice. Actually, reduced fat sour cream is actually quite good.
Doesn't her hair look lovely? Oh, I'm married to someone who's very pretty.
Very, very pretty.
I love you.
I love you. Like a smelly pool.
As I say, I love Nadia in cupboards, in fridges.
I spend a lot of time in fridges. Don't I?
Can already see that you've lost a little bit of weight, babe. Look at the side there. Look,
What?
you can see.
Do you want soured cream with it or not?
You've sold it to me. I'd like to be the face of soured cream.
Can you just try a bit before I put it all over your burger and you don't like it?
Hey, I'd like my. I want
Oh,
my.
you can have cranberry sauce.
I want my face on a sour cream tub.
3 teaspoons of sour cream.
Hey.
And 3 teaspoons of
That's it.
cranberry.
Yeah, just take a photo of the sour cream face.
Wait, let me do it again. That's not my...
Sour cream face. You see, when we interviewed Keith Allen, Lily Allen's dad, he said he wanted to be the commercial face of Offal and Hearts.
Often... Oh.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? Do you like kidneys, Nadia?
I absolutely hate them. On Gogglebox yesterday, the funny old woman was saying, they taste like pea, don't they? Well, of course they do, because that's where the pea goes through. I cannot eat kidneys.
I hate liver. But
Oh,
liver does
different
the same
kidneys.
thing, doesn't it? Doesn't liver translate the wee into the
Oh,
kidneys?
it's just all of it, yuck.
See, this is what gets me. You don't want us to talk about things like that at the dinner table, but people are quite happy to eat piss-filled kidneys.
Oh, that's them, it's not me.
Hmm?
I'm not.
It's almost like your hair's so curly today, I can't get to your face. It's like your face is playing hard to get around your curls.
Oh, okay, it's ready. It is ready, so look. You have your Cajun chicken.
Is that just an excuse for you to rest your head on Mum's boot?
Yeah, that's just an excuse for me to do that whilst I'm filming.
Oh. Okay.
Wow, look at those.
Actually, let's put a bit of
They look like a pair of bagel boobs on a plate.
bagel boobies. Let's put some greenery in.
I'm a tomato junkie.
You?
Yeah. Give me a tomato and a little pillar of salt and I'm yours.
Okay, get tomato from the fridge then.
My granddad used to measure out the little pyramids so perfectly.
Granddad used to have like a pile of salt and he'd dip his tomatoes.
Yeah, he'd dip his quarters into it. Oh, and I remember
my sister used to suck all the seeds out
Yeah.
and then fill where the seeds were with tomatoes. And when I say
With
fill,
salt?
this is Dina,
With
fill,
salt. Yeah.
fill.
But I remember watching at his, at his feet, watching the red tomato juice make the salt spread in the salt. Having a nostalgic memory of tomato pillars. Pillar. A pillar of salt is a phrase that we don't use anymore. I love the phrase a pillar of salt. Pillar of salt. Salt on tomato is absolutely one of the best things in the world.
There you go, sub. That's Mark's dinner.
Is that
Cajun chicken bagel. These bagels are really good. Look, they are only 99 calories. Oh, don't know where. 99 calories, and they've seeded. Oh, this is them. Warburtons.
Have you seen Robert De Niro's The Face of Warburtons?
They're actually more protein than normal bread. So protein with seeds.
But will Joe allow that?
It's totally Joe friendly.
Is it?
There you
Now,
go.
who do I have to thank for this, Joe or you?
Me.
Or both
Joe
of you?
sat on some bloody Caribbean island having the time of his life.
I know, courtesy of many people like me putting him there. So, end of vlog today. I'm sorry, I've just had my most enjoyable 1 hour's worth of television and it was Love Island and I'm not ashamed to say it. That's Nadia doing her last live.
Oh my God, what was that?
I loved it.
That was so good. No, don't.
Oh, Kiki's off to bed.
Come up and see them.
That's the end of home time when
Did you
Kiki
love
goes
it?
to
Did
bed.
you love it? Did you
Give
love
us a
it?
cut, I'm going to
Did
turn the
you
camera
love
away.
it? Did you love it?
I love you. You'll be alright.
Yeah. Sorry, but Tommy's very thick and also a bit of a man slag. Say how you feel, SXRX.
Bit of a man
Say how you feel.
Who said that? You're going to appear on our vlog.
Say hello on our vlog.
Hey, who's there? Say something.
Come on,
Tommy is the biggest
player ever.
Wow.
Mandy Bullymore, thumbs up. Tracy Gillett, you'll all be seen on our vlog. Check out our vlogs, guys.
Yeah.
Nadia Sawalha and Family YouTube channel. There's loads of stuff on there. We've had our vlog go up today. I felt a bit sorry for Molly, actually, Zoe, too. Hello, Mark, says Rach Carroll.
Hello, Rachel Carroll.
Anton was great. I do think, what's his name is so funny, Curtis. The way he's always running around producing everyone.
Do you like Celebrity Love Island?
And they're really good fun, and you're all so lovely. So, ta-da, loves, have a good night. Check us out on Loose Women. Tomorrow it's me, Kay, Carol and Brenda. It's going to be a good one. Right. And we've got Joe Swash on tomorrow talking about the baby, so make sure you watch the show. Bye.
Louise is looking at you.
She's like, I want to watch Love Island. You alright, Toffs? She knows when she's on telly.
We're just sitting in the same way. What does she think you have?
What's she doing?
We've been to Carbis Bay Hotel, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. You alright, Toffs?
Oh look, that's our Carbis Bay Hotel where we stayed. Look, Mark. Oh. So, another fabulous night doing my Instagram lives whilst watching Love Island. And people are so divided with Love Island. Like, a few of my friends watch it, but most of them are like, oh my God, how can you watch that rubbish with all those morons? Well, A, they're not all morons. But B, I find it hugely entertaining. And I go back to that thing that I've said before, which is, for all the things that I love in life, still my most favourite thing of all is people and watching them and trying to make out what makes them tick. And just having people in an enclosed space, like, you know, like Big Brother and Love Island, and even, do you remember that show about, what was it called, The Terrible Twos or something? They used to bring parents in with their children, and then they would watch the kids. They'd have 2 child psychologists, and then they would try and help them change a bit. Anyway, I love watching people under a magnifying glass, and it just really makes me laugh, and it just fascinates me, trying to work out what people are up to and what the next move is going to be. But it's a bit like chess. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I feel really guilty about it. I think, God, these are people's lives, and I try not to be too judgmental. But then I'm afraid the awful thing is I am quite shallow. Can be. And sometimes it's quite fun to just be a bit dodgy, isn't it? We had a lot of fun today reading, God, some of the comments under the podcast. My God, some people can be so brutal. And I kind of take umbrage when loads and loads of people keep telling me I'm lucky to have Mark, because we are lucky to have each other. It's really interesting how many women will say to me, you know, in comments, you should count yourself lucky, and, you know, if you don't keep your eye on it, you'll lose him. He's a good man. And I just think that's such an old-fashioned way of thinking, isn't it? I mean, here I'm lucky to have Mark, bloody lucky to have him. He's bloody lucky to have his equal. And I, you know, if I had to be in a relationship thinking, God, I'm so lucky, and I better, you know, and I'm so lucky that he doesn't run off with somebody else, I think that's a sorry state of affairs. I just noticed how much my teeth have moved. Do you know, these you see totally straight, and since I menopause, my teeth have been moving around, and that is really new. That one's gone right behind. God, it's really bad. They were totally straight all my life. Oh well, I really am just a breaking down piece of old car. I'm like a battered old car left on the side. Never mind. It's Love Island again tomorrow. Good night, folks.